The Prime Minister, your time starts whenever you're ready. Take the stage.
Good afternoon, all the audience and dear judges. I, as the Prime Minister from the proposer side, I'm going to propose the motion that states that this House prefers the world where the religion teaches the concept of karmic balance instead of the concept of afterlife punishments. What is religion? The religion is the belief in the existence of gods or God and the activities that are connected with the worship. Religion can include Christians, Muslim, and etc. Karmic. Karmic means showing good or bad luck that is considered as the result of your actions. Our parameters of this debate is worldwide, and our stance is the religion should not teach about afterlife balance, but they should teach about karmic balance in order to shape the moral values. Our points at the proposal side are: it helps to build good society, it helps to make the civilized society, and also it helps to provide major motivation to the life in the moral living style. It helps to build civilized society. It helps to build good society. A person, when he or she will be conducting different kind of mistakes during his arriving life, he or she will know that when I conduct this kind of activity or this kind of punishment, I'll get this kind of action, I'll get different kind of punishment. I conduct the action of stealing. As we all know, the impact of stealing is death. When you have been caught stealing, you'll be stoned into death. So a person won't be conducting stealing action because he or she knows that when he or she will steal, the society will stone him into death. Also, man-made. What's natural? Natural means that when you're not cultivating and you expect that you should harvest good harvested at the last. That's not, because you are not conducting the cultivation session and you think that you'll get the crops so as to get things for it, to get food for it. That's no. When a person at the society will conduct this kind of action,
what if they take it as an opportunity to do more bad things in the society? Which good society are you trying to talk about there?
If you get punishment at the society, for example, an action of stealing. If you'll be stealing at the society, so you want to tell me that you still commit that action of stealing the society? Will you continue steal because you have seen your friend has been stoned into death? Then you will still practice the action of stealing till and you'll be stoned into death? That's no. So we as the proposal side, we are saying that the society should be giving the good lessons about the karmic education, so that all the society could get lessons and having good civilized people in the society and get different kind of knowledge that can be used to the present generation and also the coming generation. This kind of knowledge will be very profitable also, not only to us who we are being taught. And by saying so, I rest my case. I'm the opposition leader from opposite side. First of all, I will back the point of good society. What if they take it as the opportunity to do more bad things? Which good thing is that? While if explaining karmic balance, the idea that person's actions in the past determine their their further their circumstance of the future experience that will help it will make the person have to make the person do more crime that because he or she know that I will have another chance to live. So think about it again. I'll go straight to a point. The first point is difficult to understand. Why? The way to explain the concept of karma in Buddhism religion is different in Buddhism. They believe that when someone dies, it is recounted someone else's body. I mean that when if someone dies in Buddhism, this means that the person who was died, he will be born to the other person's body. The second, but Hinduism believes that when you do wrong actions, when you die, your soul it's taken to the.
Have you ever seen anyone who has died and his or her soul has gone again to another person?
I said in the belief of Buddhism, they believe that when someone dies, his soul are taken to the other body.
I mean that in Hinduism they believe that when if someone dies, for example, he was doing bad actions like stealing, killing, or crimes, the soul is taken to the other person who lives in beggar life or poor life. The second point is misunderstanding between religion. I'll start with Islam and Christian. Islam and Christian believe that there is either heaven or hell according to your actions. Maybe when if you do bad actions, you are be counted as you are going to the heaven. When if you do wrong actions, you're being counted as you are going to the hell. And in Hinduism and Buddhism, in the difference, believe that after you die, your soul is taken to another body. This I mean that in Hinduism and Buddhism, they believe that when you die, your soul is taken to the another person's body, not the same soul. And we have tradition beliefs. They believe that when you die completely. This means that in different traditions, they believe that when if someone dies, he dies completely and never been born again. The third point, it makes people in the society to be faithful and reduce crimes. When people know that if you do wrong thing, you go to the hell directly with no mercy, do you think people will continue doing bad things? Because when they know that when they know that they have done crimes, they'll know that they have another chance to continue doing bad things. This means that when if let me say a thief doing crimes or someone who kills other people doing crimes, he will continue doing those crimes because he knows that he has or she has another chance to live. So I will stand by our stand that we believe that the religion should teach about a concept of afterlife punishment so as to threaten people to live while knowing that actions determine why they will be after they die. Thank you.
They said it makes people to be faithful. How comes someone is going to be faithful? He or she is not punished on earth. He or she is going to be punished after life. Then how is he or she going to be faithful in this life of today? My dear, we are speaking about you have to be punished today so that you could be faithful on what you are living today. You also say that it is difficult to understand. How comes difficult to understand? When someone lives, maybe you are now living today in this life, then you are punished. How is it difficult to understand that when you are punished, I'm not again supposed to do 1, 2, 3, and this will help you do something that is correct. And I'm going to our points, which were it builds good society. You can hear and remind your point that when someone is going to be punished today, no good society is going to be built, and someone will keep on doing crimes because he or she knows that he or she is going to live after life, after death. I'm now telling you that the good society we are speaking of right now is the society that we all see here. Then imagine when you are a thief and you are being punished, do you think these all other people will repeat to steal, knowing that when I steal, 1, 2, 3 will face me? And because of that, a good society will be built because everyone will be able to do something that is acceptable in the society. Also, making civilized society. When we talk about making civilized society, it's a society that knows what should be done and what should not be done. A civilized society will be built by people who are well civilized, knowing that when I do 1, 2, 3, it's out of something that is right. When you say a civilized society, a society that knows what should we do so that 1, 2, 3 could bring development. That is a civilized society. A society that knows when I do this, other people will be badly affected. Also, it provides a motive to live moral life. Moral life, punishing people. Let us just not go very far. Let us speak maybe of people who are in jail. Do you think those people, when they'll be released from jail, will they repeat doing those mistakes? Knowing that when I go in jail, I just sleep for few, I will sleep for few, I will work hardly, more than I won't rest enoughly, I will do things that will hurt me. Do you think this person will go and live a moral society? I mean a moral life. This person automatically will live a moral life because he or she knows that when I do something that is not moral, he or she, I will go and get a punishment. Major motivation. I mean, it provides a major motivation. When you see someone being punished because of something, another person will be motivated to do something that is correct, a moral life. Doing something moral, it doesn't only mean it means that you live according to good behavior or you do something that is good or right. Now when we say it provides major motivation to live moral lives, it means when I look someone, he or she did something that is wrong, and he or she was punished in a certain way that I also was very I also felt very bad. Actually, I'll live. That person will automatically live more life because he or she will want to secure him or herself to get punishment or to pass through a certain hard time that will make him or her suffer to what he or she was doing. And I conclude by saying that the religion should keep on teaching people about the concept of karmic balance because this karmic balance helps to build a good society, helps to have a civilized society. Also, it provides a major motivation to live a moral life. Since we live by example, when you see someone has done something that is wrong and he or she was punished in a certain way, you will never repeat that mistake. Even you yourself, when you see someone maybe has been punished because of noise making, will you repeat making noise and at the same time something that is not correct? And by this, I rest my case.
Deputy Leader of Opposition.
Okay, they came here and say that their first point is that help to build a good society. Okay, let me ask you, how can they build a good society while they'll continue doing bad actions? You said that it helps build good society. Okay, good society while they're continuing doing bad actions. So just think about yourself or the POI which we are talking about. Also, you talked about help to build civilized society. You still stand on our side that, as we are saying that the religions must teach about the punishment after life. Okay? Then you are coming here and say that it helps to build civil society. It means that you still stand on our side. So just continue basing on your side. Don't interfere someone's side. Okay. Also, one among of our point here, we say that misunderstanding between religions. First of our point, we say that misunderstanding between religions. We say because they have different beliefs, they may got misunderstanding between them because they have different beliefs among them. So when two religions have different beliefs about them, it means that they will misunderstand between each other. So they cannot stand on the same stand. They will just get misunderstandings because they just believe two different things. Islam and and Christians believe that there is either heaven or hell according to actions. Hinduism and Buddhism, when they believe that when you die, your soul will be taken in another body. And we have traditional belief that when you say it, they say that when you die, it is just completely die. So there's no another life after dying. So you see, it just creates misunderstanding between those religions because they believe differently. Another we said makes people in the society to be faithful and reduces crime in the society because it will create fear in their soul that after life there is punishment after life. So it means that they will make people to be faithful of what? They will get a fear of God inside them that after life there is punishment. Will I go to hell or to heaven? Difficult to understand. They explain the concept of karma in Buddhism and Hinduism religion is different. Buddhism, they believe that when someone dies, their soul goes to someone's body. So it means that difficult to understand, contradiction, difficult to understand. So difficult to understand. Like when we say Buddhism, they believe that when someone dies, him or her soul just shift and go to someone's body. And when you listen, they believe that when you do wrong action, when you die, your soul are taken to low position in life. It's difficult to understand that they have different beliefs. So just I can return to my back point that says misunderstanding between religions because they have different beliefs. So we keep on standing to understand that we believe that religion should teach about the concept of afterlife punishment so as to threaten people to live well, knowing that the action determines where they will be after they die. So it means we just keep on understand that after this life, after this action that we are doing in life, remember that after life, there is afterlife punishment. When you die, where will you go? Heaven or hell? So it means, when we say that we believe the religion should teach about the concept of afterlife punishment in order to threaten, it means when I say threaten, it means it automatically makes people in the state to be faithful because I was Satan and they create fear of God inside them. So, after that, I rest my case. I'll start by rebutting all points spoken by the opposition. Difficult to understand. The opportunity to do more crimes. They will not have opportunity to do more crimes because if someone has been punished, if I see someone has been punished, I can't repeat. I can't have an opportunity to do more crimes. Make someone faithful. Someone can't be faithful because when a person is being punished after life and can't be punished inside in the life, will not be faithful, will increase the crimes, have different beliefs.
Our side will start by saying that religion should teach crimes and not afterlife, should be punished in the life, not afterlife. And the main crush of this debate is religion. Like this,
I'll start by answering the
two questions. One, they asked if in heaven there is punishment or not. I'm really surprised, as if we never heard stories where heaven is paradise, a place where people relax and they don't have to worry about anything. But yet they're asking if heaven there is punishment. What sort of question is that? Okay, let me answer. In heaven there is no punishment. The second question they asked, have anyone gone to heaven and seen the punishment? Let me take you back to the motion. It says a concept. A concept is all about an idea, something that is a belief. So, as how we believe that there is heaven and there is hell, as how we believe that there is God, there is Jesus, there is Satan, it's the same with heaven. No one has ever gone to heaven because we believe that when they go to heaven, they don't come back. But what we believe in is that, as our side, we believe that when you do something good, you go to heaven. And I'm trying to tell you that in heaven, there is no punishment. Also, one of the speaker asked a POI to our first speaker and asked, have you ever seen someone who died and the spirit is taken to another body? I'm surprised, as proposition side, they stand for karmic balance. Of course, they have to know that karmic balance is in two forms. One, it's either the soul is taken to another body for you to live another life and you are able to correct your mistakes, or your deeds which you are doing in the past are what are going to influence your future and your present. But I'm surprised they don't know that. Okay, fine, I'm just trying to educate you, and that's what I'm telling you. I'm here to rebut their points. First, they spoke about a good society. Dear ladies and gentlemen, let me show you. When people know that when I die, I'm going to have another chance of living another life until when I'm ready to correct my mistake. Which good society are we building there? People are going to live and say, okay, I'll just do crimes, I'll go against the law, because they know they're going to be given a second chance, which is not going to build a good society, but rather there'll be an increase in crimes, and a society that want to be peaceful, good, and harmonious won't be there at all. Also, they spoke about a civilized society, and they say that when someone is still punished and others will live with, they say that when someone is still punished, they know what is to be done and what is not to be done. It's as if they're not speaking about karmic balance at all, but fine, we'll flow with it just the same speed. They said about civilized society, but let me tell you something. When people realize that when you die, if you did something wrong, when you die, you go to hell where you suffer for all your life. No one is going to live doing bad things in the world, because they understand. The thing is that they understand when we die, something bad is going to happen, that hell is there waiting for us. And as far as I know, no one is ready to suffer, to be burned by the everlasting fire, while they know that they have a choice of living well in the society. They spoke about a major motivation in moral living standards, and they still speak about people can be seen punished and others will live with good morals. And how about when someone realizes that there is hell waiting for us if we do something wrong? Do you think people will not abide with the good morals? Do you think people will not live well with people in the society? No, because they will realize that if I do something good, well, when I die, I'll go to heaven, I'll sit near God, so they'll never do something bad. Going back to reiterating our points, we said it's difficult to understand. The notion and the concept that when you die, your soul is going to be taken to another body, it's just difficult to understand. I too, when I was searching for this debate, I started asking myself, how when you die, your soul is taken to another person's body for you to change your mistakes and you to live a good life? It's very difficult to understand. And I think when you're here, dear ladies and gentlemen, it's also hard for you to understand. And also, the second point we spoke about is misunderstanding between religions. Religions have different way and different beliefs. Christians and Muslims believe there is heaven and hell according to your actions that you do. Hinduism and Buddhism, they believe that your actions that you do right now predict your future, predict your present. You can see these are two different things. While traditional beliefs believe that when you die, you die. Also, makes people in the society to be faithful and reduces crime. I'm still repeating. When people understand that there is hell waiting for them if you do something bad, no one will live badly in the society. They will live according to what God wishes them to do, because they know that something bad is waiting for them, and there's not going to be crimes, and people will be faithful. On to the clash. The clash is building good society. When we spoke about in our side, we say it cannot build a good society, because when people realize they have a second chance to live life again, they will use it badly. And instead of making a good society, we'll have a bad society, a society filled with crime and evil people, because they know that I will live again and again and again. So they won't live well according to what God wants us to live. Going back to our stand, we believe that religion should teach about the concept of afterlife punishment, so as to threaten people to live while knowing that their actions determine where they'll be after they die. Either it's heaven, what Islam called paradise, or hell, according to your deeds. And for that, I rest my case.
Let us now have 3 minutes reply speech from the opposition side. The bell will be rung after the 2nd minute to remind you that you have 1 minute, and after the 3 minutes to tell you that you have to sit down.
Our team must win, because totally lonely team, you came to our side. Why? Our stand. Let me start by our stand. We believe that the religion should teach about the concept of afterlife punishment. And you must say that in the future I'm not on spot punishment. So just to come here and just talk about on spot punishment, it is not on spot, it is future punishment. Okay. Let me tell you. Another thing, you came here and just realized the crash without explaining on your side. So our side must totally win because just you came here and realized the crash without explaining according to your side. Okay. And also, let me turn back. Let me turn back to a point. Makes people in the society to be faithful because they just have the fear of the Lord inside them. Also, misunderstanding between religion because they have different beliefs. For example, Hinduism and Buddhism, Islam and Christian, Hinduism and Buddhism, they have different beliefs, so it creates misunderstanding between religions. Difficult to understand, as you know, difficult to understand because they explain the concept of karma and Buddhism and Hinduism and religion is different, so it is just totally difficult to understand. So we just still on our stand by saying we believe that religion should teach about the concept of afterlife punishment so as to threaten people to live well knowing that the actions determine where they will be after they die. So when they threaten people to live well knowing the action determine where they will be after they die, it means they will create the fear of God inside them and totally I turn to our point that say makes people in the society to be faithful. I rest my case. Dear judges, we won this debate because one, we had strong arguments. Whereas one among some of our arguments were it helps to build good society, it helps to make a civilized society. Also, it provides a motivation to live a moral life. Whereby all these, we may say that when someone sees someone is being punished, he or she will never repeat the same mistake. And some of your points, which were difficult to understand, misunderstanding between religions, and it makes people to be faithful. Something that is not true. How difficult to understand? When you know that when I live today, I will be punished. What else is difficult to understand there? Misunderstanding between religion. You say that Christianity and Islam believe that there is heaven and hell. But let me ask you, is heaven and hell not judging of what you lived on earth? Also, you said in misunderstanding between religion, you said, it helps to make people to be faithful. How becoming faithful? You know that when I live today, you are not punished. How will you be faithful? Just let's not go far. Faithful and just a thing that is nearby you. Never faithful is created. Also, dear opposition side, your prime minister did not set the parameters as well as did not define the motion. Also, your side did not rebut the point that provides major motivation to live moral life. We firmly keep on being on a stance that religion should keep on teaching the concept of karmic balance, because when you teach someone on how to live today, he or she, when you punish someone on what he or she is doing today, that person will never repeat that mistake. And by that, this person will have good life. The good society will be built, the civilized society will be built. But also the major motivation to live a moral life will be created to people because he or she knows that when I want to do this, when I do this, I'll be punished. And because I'll be punished, and since I don't want punishes, I don't want sufferings, I have to do something that is right. And this makes our side to win. Whereby we had strong arguments, we rebutted their points, and we did all that was necessary. And this I
close that door, which is the concept of karmic balance instead of the concept of afterlife punishment. So the motion wasn't about punishing when or where. It wasn't about punishing human beings on earth or afterlife, because religions have no authority to punish whatsoever. So if the proposers wanted to win this debate, they were supposed first to explain to us what karmic balance is. And from what the debate went, it is the opposers who came here and explained the meaning of karmic balance. And they even told us that it is Hinduism and Buddhism that believe in karmic balance. And what is that? Karmic balance has two meanings. One, when you die, you are not going to heaven or hell, you are not going to an afterlife, but rather your soul is being transformed to another living creature or living thing, be it a human being or an animal or anything. And the second, it means whatever you do today is going to come back to you in another way. That is the meaning of karmic balance. Unfortunately, the proposers came here and told us about punishing people on earth. If that was their stance, now they were supposed to tell us who is going to punish those people, because religions on earth have no authority to punish people. It is governments. Now governments, most of them do not identify themselves by any kind of religion. After so saying, the opposers win this debate. The strength of arguments is not how good and fluent a person speaks, okay? Yeah. Wonderful. So now take your leave. Chike, bring the microphone. The proposer should sit there, and the opposer this side.